Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, listeners. How are you guys doing? My name is Irene Ratliff with Street Meat Company. Yes, Regal Street Meat Company. Happy Father's Day. You know, Father's Day is every day, as I mentioned before. As a matter of fact, I had called and spoke with the elders, and I didn't mention that. You know, I was really kind of excited to say, hey, you know, I had went to the Juneteenth with the Shrine of the Black Madonna, and I ain't gonna fix you. I had a good time. I thought that the company and everything was really, really good. So the thing is today we really was active and involved in doing certain things. So today is Sunday, June 22nd, 2014. Again, happy Father's Day. We love his feet. I know, today is not Father's Day, but I think that I just said it. You know, so here it is. I know it was just last Sunday we celebrated Father's Day. But fathers and men and sons we really don't, and nephews, don't really get the appreciation that we as women, we do. We appreciate you, okay? Again, salubrious. My name is Irene Ratliff, Regal Street Meat Company. Street Meat Company is um, working in the community. Okay, we are working in the community, and we're looking to partner up with people and sponsor and seeking sponsorship, such as the listening audience, to help ameliorate goals that can improve our community. So I just wanted to make sure that that is expressed. Listeners can call 646-564-9776. Street Meet the Point. We are on air up to 120 minutes daily at 11:30 p.m. By the grace of goodness, we are on Blog Talk's premium package. We would like to maintain the package, and we need your donations, okay? Please visit our website at www.streetmeat.biz and www.meetup.com/meet. Okay, we also are a crowdfunding community, which any of those areas you can donate. But for those of you who feel like you have a GoFundMe.com audience or collaborations, friends, and all that kind of stuff, we encourage you to go to GoFundMe.com/StreetMeet. Street Meet Mingle will be on Sunday, July 6, 2014 at 2 p.m. Blessing, Southwest Library, and hoping to see you. They have a park area. They have drums and dance, and we can appreciate and create some cheer. As I mentioned today, we had went to the Shrine of the Black Madonna. They had the Juneteenth event, and it was good. I'm like, honey, we don't have to wait once a year for that. We need to keep that up. Okay, it was enlightening. We had people there, and they were selling their goods and blase, and I was just meeting people. And that little boy, he sold me that drum. I mean, that little, I like them little shakers now. And he sold it to me for $5. I should have told him I gave it to somebody else. But bless his soul, he came over there talking about, my mama said I shouldn't have given you that for $5. I say, honey, I ain't going to fib you. I ain't going to give you that toy. I ain't going to fib you. I didn't want to give that little boy that toy. I'm like, honey, and the woman going to come over here talking. But it was not, let's just say that it's not a fair price, I guess. You giving my son $5 for that little shaker. One of them little musical shakers, and it has a little thing on there, and you can shake it, like a maraca. But it had a hole in it, so the beads was only on the outside. I'm like, honey, boom, honey, that little boy sold that to me for $5. I guess I could have been acting like a straight fool out there, but I said, nah. She said, why don't you go to, here it is, the African Connection, and find you one. I'm like, yeah, because it costs $35 to $75. Boy, I tell you, I need to go back to California and go over there and San Diego, honey. They sell it cheaper than that. That thing just busted up on me, and I'm like, I just spent all that money for that. Anyway, I thought it was worth $5. I was elated. I ain't gonna feel to you. I shook it a couple of times. I said, wee. Anyway, they had the setup. They had few people sitting there speaking. They had booths on the outside, and yes, people, I do like art. Okay, I don't really display it, and it may not even look like it, but if I think your stuff is of good taste or quality, I will let you know. Now, the thing is that we have some people, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, people, yes, for these people who either feel like they're seasoned artists, y'all need to combine that all together, honey. Because, don't get me misunderstood. I think the best art was with Mother Joy. Okay? The truth. Everybody, they probably going to Michael's, they're putting some beads together. Come on now, really? Now, me and my children, we do arts and crafts too. Come on, let's work it out. We got some people out there that's really doing some things when it comes down to art and creativity. But lo and behold, I met somebody who may be able to upgrade our spider monkey. The reason why I have an interest in the spider monkey, or even being able to find somebody who knows how to draw, is because if we're doing certain events, I want those events to be sponsored by an artist. And this man artwork, he has so much detail. And so you know that the artwork in itself is associated with Nguzo Saba. We do have Koumba, which is creativity. But of course, we're not wanting to break ourselves down. I said Nguzo Saba. Now, I know we have some new listeners online, but I wanted to say this. Do you know Nguzo Saba? Now, let me explain to you what Nguzo Saba is. Nguzo Saba is, I wrote it down here, creativity. It's creative, like the creator. It is a symbol of energy, fire, man. It is a bulb, okay? So here it is. I was looking at some symbols just a few minutes ago, and he was showing me how they had this like rectangular shape, and in the rectangular shape, it says with the you know how we look at the Ankh, and it had the head, and it says House of Life. And so when we look at Nguzo Saba, we have to actually give the homage that it needs. So unity is Umoja, Kujakujalia, self-determination, Ujima, collective works and responsibility, Ujama, cooperative economics, Nia, purpose, Kuumba, creativity, Imani, faith. And for those of you who need to know how to spell Nguzo Saba, it's N-G-U-Z-O-S-A-B-A. Nguzo Saba. So anyway, I met this man, and wow, he really has some terrific art. Then my focus was for him to focus on street meat and trying to get this, you know, like I said, when you get the card, you actually see a painting there, and it is the original. But I asked him if he would be able to do some work so that we can have that, and that if I ever had to make some reference blessings and needed some other artwork, thank you, that I would be able to work with him. You know, we just have that relationship, and then maybe we can do some cooperative economics together. You understand? So not only that, I wanted him to not only draw the spider monkey, but I want him to also maybe even draw the 6 elements. Now that's deep. So right now I'm going over what those 6 elements are, but I also want him to draw the Nguzo Saba so that we can have that pictorial. So I said, well, do you know anybody who knows how to frame? I'm like, here it is, we trying to do business, the truth. And you know, it really does mean something. Okay? So anyway, yay for that. His name is Mr. Hosea. We're excited about seeking his wisdom and creativity, and that's what's good. Then I also met, you know, like I said, I'm going around, I'm looking at some of the jury here and there, and so these people are saying, well, you must go to Baba G. Baba G, he knows how to do that. So I left this little note with Baba G. I like your confidence, but I see your work. I said, this is Nguzo Saba. So that means that here it is, whatever you feel like you're able to do. Okay. We're looking for certain things, and we want to make sure we pull off the best. Excuse me, we're not betting. But here it is, we're seeking perfection. Okay? When we look at these things, because we want to be able to sell the quality of your work to other people, because it's just like that. Anyway, I was enlightened by some of the people there, and of course I'm expressing Street Meat Company to those who are interested in listening. And so here it is, as this man was having a conversation about Africa, Africa, Africa. I went up there to him. Hi, my name is Irene Ratliff. Tell me, I would like to learn more about your quest for Africa. And so the thing was that I had to have a conversation with him, because some thoughts are kind of wild. Now, I really didn't catch his name. I probably do. It's in my notes somewhere. But I was like, listen, when we look at certain things, we have to consider so much. And those considerations is, what do you mean by that? Oh, man, here it is. We got to buy our own land. Do you not see this property and land around you? So At what point is the mentality for you to have a conversation about land? When we see all the, hold on, I don't even want to be sitting there calling it like I'm praising it, but we have abandoned houses, but yet we got men running around talking about reparations. We got men out there, whether they on drugs or alcohol, mental conditions, I don't know, coming in and out of jail. Here it is, our youth, and comes from the juvenile detention center, and you want to sit here and claim that this land is not ours? Now, let me explain something to you that has changed over a period of time. It's called sharecropping, and it's called apartment. We need to encourage more people to have home ownership, and I ain't going to fib to you. I have to say it in one breath. George Bush. George Bush made blessings. We have people, blessings, I got you. We have had people who were already owning property. But what happened is that here it is, home ownership became a new thing for those who wanted to have home ownership. Now, what we're looking at is not that here it is, a lot of new homes are being abandoned, but a lot of the older homes that are in our community, they are empty, they're abandoned, and all that kind of stuff. I want to work with, here it is, these people who feel like they want to really rehabilitate their houses and their community. I don't care what state you in, we can do that. Okay? And I mean, I ain't going to fib to you what? I mean, we have people who live in an apartment complex, okay? That's called sharecropping because you don't own that, but you pay rent every dang on week or every month. Huh? Okay. So anyway, I said that to say this, is that when we have people who have certain conversations, like it's as if here it is, we don't own or we don't have people functioning in various countries, it's false. I can't understand why here it is some people are going back and forth bickering about, here it is, well, until we take full control of Africa, and I have to ask them, what? What countries are you talking about? Okay, for real. Let's take a food for thought. Man, I'm like, well, here it is. I ain't going to fib to you. We are in this country. We live here. But we really do not have a vital voice to communicate to another country about this, that, and the other. Yes, we can lean on United Nations, and yes, we can lean on, here it is, them laws that we have created, because I'm going to tell you right now, say, here it is, we are also a part of those laws today, yesterday too. Okay? All right. So I say this to say what? Huh? Kite society. That's what it's called. It's called kite society. Yes, we need more people involved in law research, understanding the law, research, and yes, we want to be able to create security. Why? Because here it is, if we have people who are going around there, running around talking about here it is, down what? We live here. You going over there wherever you feel like you want to go, and you go talk to, here it is, those politicians over there, and you ask me, what are they doing in terms of assisting us, the Americans, in dual citizenship? How do you get full-fledged benefits over there? Some people, they come from different countries and they get full-fledged benefits. Don't get me misunderstood. Blessings, I understand. The proper way that we need to make certain relationships, no, not certain, but to establish relationships in other countries is not by beating our country down, but trying to do business with other countries. It's called corporate business. Even if it's small business, it doesn't even matter if it's menu businesses. You know, a lot of these countries, they are developing, and they do need IT and all that other kind of stuff. Those things are important. You understand what I mean? What I mean? But if we got people who having this kind of conversation, and we live here, that conversation don't have any enlightenment about our existence and perfection of what? I don't know. I'm saying that like it's okay, and it's not, because I wouldn't be sitting there talking about we need community organization. We do. We have all these other organizations. I said community organization. Okay. Okay, don't get it twisted. So anyway, I ended up having another conversation with another gentleman. He seems a little, oh, well, here it is. Oh, I can't even get no job. I got about dreadlocks. I said, well, do you have any education? No. I said, well, you ain't trying to find no work. You understand where I'm coming from? Don't get it twisted. We got a whole bunch of blessings. We got a whole lot of folks who don't have a college degree and they have work. Don't use your dreadlocks. I've seen a lot of people with locks and they have employment. So I had to let him know, in Africa, they don't wear locks. Okay? They do not wear locks. At least they not like how we see them in the Caribbean or like we see them here in the South or in America. Matter of fact, you really don't see a whole bunch of men out there in California with locks. Okay? But you do see that here on the South. Are you listening? Okay, so we have, when we look at the South and the Caribbean, they're the ones, and also Latin America, they wear locks. Okay? But in Africa, when you look at the entire continent, they do not embrace locks like that. So then I said, okay, hold up. Now in Jamaica, okay, where he wanted to see here, I said, let me explain something to you. Say, here it is. To tell you the truth, when we look at the Jamaicans, most of the people who's working in office, they're not wearing locks. And here it is. He's talking about farming and all that kind of stuff. Don't get it twisted. We hire you if you have locks. We are the middle people. We are the Middle Earth. Now, here it is. If we call ourselves messing up stuff going on here, then what do you think that's going to look like somewhere else? Sometimes I don't think we appreciate where we come from and what position we have. I say, hey, let's get it together. Know where we at today. Talk about we should overcome. We should overcome what? Yes, don't get it twisted. I know. I did say to you that we do need to build up kite society. Kite society is needed. Why? Because we do have people out there running around as if we should not understand what our immigration laws is. Okay? Here it is. They just thought it was a Spanish thing. We speak Spanish too. They just thought it was a French thing. We speak French too. So this goes right into this conversation that I had with somebody at the Aroma meeting. The conversation was, he's from Somalia. I asked him, have you started any kind of group with your Somalian people here? And he says, no. I said, well, what's going on? He wanted me to pretend like there ain't nothing going on over there in Somalia. I want to know why here it is we're carrying that. Have y'all heard of the African Union? What is the I understand we could talk about the Pan-African movement and all this and all that, but those countries are operated by the majority, and the majority of them are Onyx people. Okay? It ain't like here it is we don't have Onyx countries functioning and doing Onyx things. What's wrong with them people? Anyway, what? I'll break down here it is some of the other stuff, but let me move on from there. Anyway, today was such a beautiful day. Oh, those people were out there. They were beautiful. They had their box. The mothers were out there with their children. Luckily, we had somebody selling ice cream or Italian ice cream or whatever it was, but it was looking delicious, and they were enjoying it. Mother Joy was there, and, of course, I saw a few familiar faces. And then I also had an opportunity, I don't know, she was the matriarch, I didn't catch her name. But the thing was is that we also went into a conversation, and the conversation was, oh, wow, you see this group of people here, they have an appreciation of themselves. I'm talking about our females. So now I'm talking to you about tulips. Now, originally, I was just going to leave tulips just like it's just a once-a-month thing. But I went ahead and said, we're going to make tulips every day. But we're going to have one day out of the week, which is on Tuesdays, where we function on tulips, okay? Now, I've broken down tulips, and I'm going to break it down again really quick. Tulips, the reason why I chose that flower, that blossom, the lily, is because it is a representation of the female, the essence of our head. We have the head that's on our shoulder. And we have, here it is, the grace of goodness, the thing, the clitoris. Okay? So when we look at, both of them are life forms. Okay? Both of them. We have the capacity to produce life with the essence of the connectivity with the man. Okay? So now here it is, we're able to create life. And from our womb, and here it is, through our vaginal canal, we produce man, female or male. Okay? So here it is, from our bodies come head. You understand where I'm coming from? So now you hear it is, you got people going back and forth. I'm like, honey, the women, we carry male and female through the essence of the man's seed. You understand? All right. So we have tulips. But anyway, she was just going on and on and on about certain things in regards to, here it is, well, the women and how we need to get involved with functional unity. So I don't know. I'm going to start off with the women first. Well, you know what? We have a vast majority of women. I ain't going to sit here and call my women like they lost or like they don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter to me. We have all kinds of women, whether they feel like they want to sit out in the sun and get tan, or whether they feel like they want to, use bleaching cream and get light. Baby, I ain't going to fib to you, honey. Blessings. Okay? We are life. Now, we have a lot of people on one end of the stick. We have a lot of people on the other end of the stick. I tell you, the God honest truth, what we should do is just work like forming unity. Like there is an understanding about, here it is, the essence of our hair, the essence of the contour of our thickness, embracing what it is. But we have to think about body image. We have to eat right, too. We have to exercise. And as I mentioned to you several times, again and again, we thank our men for loving our stinky. Thank you. Anyway. Hey, that's a whole lot of info. Talk that we going back and forth about these women because they want to wear blonde hair. Let them wear blonde hair because they can. I do like my natural hair, but I ain't going to fib to you, honey. I threw on a couple of wigs. I did purchase a couple of wigs, and I put them on. I thought I was looking cute then, too. It's good to see, here it is, those women wrap up their hair in those dreadlocks, and here it is, having little cornrows, or having little afros. And it's okay. At first I used to be like, oh, we don't value ourselves. And I ain't gonna, I'm like, what? Oh, yes, we do. It costs some money to buy that hair. But my advocation would be, hey, can we see your hair? That shouldn't stop you from going swimming or anything, So somebody asked me what my thickness, would I go swimming with, here it is, one of my girlfriends. I said, honey, I will show every piece of my blubber and go in there and skinny dip too. Honey, if my hair drawed up, if it got nappy, it's all good. You understand what I mean? When I say what I mean? If that's the only thing that we want to gripe at our women about in terms of their hair, if they want to, that's such a small thing. Do I think it's confusion? I think that we should have tasteful media. And the way we're gonna do that is that we're gonna be communicating with each other, right? And then when we're doing certain some of these people act like they're unapproachable. You understand where I'm coming from? They're not talking to their women, and so that's why tulips is valid. Okay? Because the thing is, it's just that. It's valid. To find out that here it is in our communities, we're not really servicing domestic violence issues, and as I explained to you before, domestic violence just lean on females, but there's male and children, so that's family. But then also, we're going to use domestic violence as a homeland security vessel too. Because the thing is that if we have a concern in terms of our community, and that's family, and that's domestic, baby, I ain't gonna fib to you, kite society and homeland security. You got me misunderstood. I say, you understand what I mean when I say what I mean. Know it. Anyway, tulips will be June 27th. It's gonna be this Friday. Yes, I will be there. At 6 p.m., 191 Peachtree. Yes, you must make reservations for it is private. Okay, I had to keep the momentum of what I'm talking about, okay? I said tulips is really women working with women, but that doesn't mean that here it is, we're not tulips every day. You understand where I'm coming from? We can always do tulips and funk and associate that with Naguzo Saba. But we need our women to go out when we do tulips to go here and there. That part is true. Tulips, July 25th, 2014, 3 p.m. is at Stone Mountain Park. It is a 2-day event. You must make reservations for it. The event is private. Now, reservation is on Eventbrite. So those of you who want to look at the Eventbrite page, please go to www.eventbrite.com Street Meet. Or you can just pull up eventbrite.com and pull up tulips. We got maybe about 2-3 events for each month. And the way that it look like right now is that we're going to be doing tulips in the last Friday of the month. Okay? Again, you must register, or you can register on meetup.com. And I was talking to these people about the payment. Now, Eventbrite, they charge you extra money. Meetup.com charge you the price that is being asked, and then they just reduce that price. Or you can mail in the payment at P.O. Box 10746, Atlanta, Georgia 30310. Now, I've had a phone call, but I just wanted to make sure earlier in the conversation. But I want to make sure that here it is, this is expressed. There's a lot of things to do, people. There's a lot of things out there to do. How you structure that is one thing. It doesn't matter if you're just starting or if you feel like you're seasoned or you haven't done it. As I met this lady, she said, we're lounging or we're relaxing. Well, when we look at people and they call themselves lounging and relaxing, I don't know, do you think they're part of the problem or part of the result? Okay, anyway, there are so many things to do and we value your support. We encourage our listeners to get involved with their local associations, neighborhood club associations, know your politicians, join your libraries, read and research more often, locate your law library, okay, and actually build relationships with the citizens, okay? Join the Park and Recreation Department. Yeah, they have a lot of things that they're doing over there. I mean, a lot of things are actually available because people pay their mill rates. Mill rates is the, property taxes and stuff like that. So most of these things are accessible for the community. There are so many things to get involved in and know the know. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And it's just true. Now, I wanted to say, go back to something. If you're with Street Meat Company, okay, with Street Meat Company, yes, you would need to attain a law library. A library card. Yes, I know. You need a library card. The reason why is because we do, there's certain accesses that you have at the library. And so you need that. I mean, I think that's a small little thing for a larger picture. But then there are some other things. Yes, we do. We want you to donate, too. Why? Because, you know what? Truthfully, we're out there doing everything. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're going to mingle. Hey, I want you to go to streetmeet.biz, one moment, meetup.com/street-meet, and look at our calendar. We put a lot of things on there, and I just went ahead and resubmitted the information for our different groups. Okay, so that means that we want to go to we want to make sure that we keep up the momentum because right now, I ain't going to 50. I'm ready to try, Street Meat Company needs to have fuel. Okay, so that means I have to go to different avenues, and as the conversation was communicated, because Street Meat Company needs fuel, I'm now interested in going into true amelioration. And yes, I would like to communicate with other people. So I'm like, okay, I have to talk with some big people, As I stated to you before, we're trying to find a seat with the ACRB, which is the Atlanta Citizen Review Board. We also put in some things at the commission so that we can be a voice at the commission. But I ain't going to fib to you, honey. I have to charge y'all some consultation services. Is there any way, here it is, you can pay Street Meat Company? Yes, I told you we registered. What do you mean? Uh-uh. Okay. I ain't gonna feel I have people say they doing this and they doing that. And so we have to do the legwork. So when we get people, I don't care what state you from, listen, there's things to do. It doesn't matter. You know, a lot of these people, they do not know they're politicians. They don't even know what's going on in their community, at least a good portion of them. We really do have people out there who's trying to schedule events, and they want people to participate. If you look at if you look at the calendar, my street meet calendar, you'll see that these people are scheduling these events, and some people show up, and some people do not. And so the thing is how do you assume that these people do their thing? Well, Eventbrite seemed to be a vital tool. And what I'm finding out is that, you know what? Here it is. All of us may have some kind of fixed income. I met a teacher today, and she said the same thing. She said, I don't have it right now. I said, that sounds better than saying you're broke. So anyway, she wanted to say how she was able to provide storytelling. I thought that was useful. But the thing is that if we're going to be doing Naguzo Saba, I don't know, I've had some other people say they wouldn't talk about racism. I'm sorry, we do Naguzo Saba. I ain't trying to talk about no racism when we're trying to call other people who do culture. Are they calling out racism? I tell you the God honest truth, if you sitting there communicating any of that, it's just a question. So anyway, the woman said she does poetry or storytelling. So I'm like, I don't know. Don't get me misunderstood. For a given day, maybe our elders, they would like that. You like to do storytelling? Do you storytell with our elders? They like the little children books. So I didn't get her card or anything. I'm hoping she called me. Some of these people, when they're long-winded with me, I need to be asking them for their telephone number because I will call you. Hey, girlfriend, let's go over here and you do that storytelling over here at the Barge Apartments or the convalescent home over there. Or here it is, go over there on Auburn Avenue and speak to them folks over there that's kind of staying in the senior apartments. We got some senior apartments over here on Greenbrier. Oh, yes. Okay. So anyway, on the Guzo Saba, this other lady, I was like, well, hey, I think that for your community day, I want to bring on the Guzo Saba. But I need those big candles. So this woman says to me, she's like, Irene, I want to participate, but the thing is I need employment. I said, girl, we get all the wax and stuff we need to do what we need to do. And yes, we always seek entrepreneurs. You can do those candles and you can sell them. Oh, okay. I'm like, y'all don't want to work. Yes, you do. I'm fibbing. What? Anyway. Oh, wow. I tell you, the God honest truth. Naguzo Saba. I think I went over that already. Okay. And did I mention to you about the guy who said he knows how to make jewelry? Well, I'm hoping that he does a good work because we would be interested in that. I know that I went briefly on the houses over here at the Oakland City train station. Well, I got off of the bus and I rode my bike in the area. I really didn't go where I wanted to go because I was trying to get to the Juneteenth event. But those houses that are abandoned over there, and they have a sign up there where it literally said, listen, we're looking for people to move in. And I just kind of laughed a little bit, I'm like, okay. But the reason I stopped over there is because, right, that's what the sign says. People, we can fix our homes. We can fix our communities. Any of these people talking about reparations and they're not looking at these abandoned houses, talking about here it is land use and all that stuff. There is a problem. Them. You mean tell me you got to back up and yet there's some people homeless out there in the street and these abandoned houses look like they look, and you want to talk about here it is, our community? All right. Wow. Really? Anyway, today I did the daily exercise. Well, I wanted to do the daily exercise, but I was working on the website. So if you go on the website, you'll see that there was some upgrades. So we upgraded streetmeet.biz, and we also upgraded meetup.com/street-meet. Now, I wanted to go over a couple of words in the Espanol, too. because I do encourage, we get these people, they're going back and forth with themselves talking about what should we do? Learn another language. Go to school. Go learn another language, honey. Enlighten yourself, honey. We got these folks, you don't hear nobody else going around there talking about racism. We have to ask the question, who is your audience when you're talking about racism? Who you telling that stuff to? And who's telling that stuff to you? Why are we carrying that stuff? Okay, I'm not sitting there ignoring. I do not want to. I see that some of that stuff is here or there. But most of that seems like it's being fueled over there. Okay, and some of that over here. You understand what I mean? Okay, wow. Wow, really? Okay, por favor. Hold on. Don't give me the fibbing, Tengo hambre. I'm hungry. Tengo hambre. I'm hungry. Tengo sed. I'm thirsty. Estoy cansada. I'm tired. Me he perdido. I'm lost. Es importante. It's important. Es urgente. It's urgent. Dese prisa. Hurry up. Yes, people, if you feel like you want to learn how to do something, please learn another language. Another thing, too, go get a trade job or something. You know how many people we have out there don't know how to do no lights and change a light bulb or an electrical outlet? Good Lord. What? So I had to ask this man. Let me go back to this African man. Now, he wasn't African, but he was hollering about Africa. I asked him, I said, do we have any corporate business? He said, no. Moment of silence, okay? All right. All right, blessings. You guys, normally I can get a little long-winded, but I got other things to do today. I want to tell you, thank you so much for joining Street Meet the Point listening audience, and I hope to have your support. We do accept donations, crowdfunding support, and your participation. Everyone is valuable in your participation to help yourself, family, community, local, state, region, federal, and global community relies on the many people that contribute to it being an effective structure. Okay? Thanks again for listening to Street Meet the Point. You can find us on www.blogtalkradio.com. I know I'm kind of intercepting, but we are going to be trying to go to some radio stations that they may have out here. So that's just part of us upgrading. As I explained before, I'm working on this little paperwork, and the paperwork that I'm working on is like, I want to be able to give some flyers to people so that when they ask me, well, what is it? It will actually break down, blessings, the different things that we need for our Street Meet company. And it also breaks down, not break down, but is an explanation of what other areas that we need in terms of the other groups. Okay, so I think I'll call them groups. The reason why is because I want to make sure that here it is, we're fueling Street Meet Company with positive words and connotations and affirmations, you see, because we want to be able to feel the empowerment. Yes, we know that little negative stench is there, but we want to make sure that here it is, when we're communicating, that we have the essence of what is the quintessential element of balance, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to say that yes, we are doing the flyer, and the flyer is going to get, for each group, explain what it is that we need. So I'm working on that right now, and so this is why I'm going ahead and try to relax for a moment and get back to it so that I can print it off. It can be ready for people as I go and speak with them, because we do understand the value of people's time and their effort and their care and their concern about the community. So as I was communicating this, that Blog Talk Radio is an online thing, and yes, we're lucky to have a telephone number so that people, when they're calling in, they can listen. And the clarity should be clear, okay? And that's a good thing, just as if you're signing on to Blog Talk Radio. But if we can work with another radio station, I've looked at a few radio stations that are here in Atlanta. Do some volunteering time. Maybe here it is, there's an interest because Street Meat Company do have an interest with events and things like that and what's going on in the community. Street Meat Company interest is community affairs and ecosystems. Okay? Yes, we can upgrade. Yes, we can. Yes. Don't get it twisted. Anyway, again, thank you very much. Thanks for joining Street Meat The Point. Okay? Blessings. And if you have any questions, anybody want to have any questions? They want to get on the air? They want to talk or anything like that? Hello? Anybody want to talk or say anything? Hello? Would anybody like to say anything or communicate? Huh? Okay, I'm online. You're more than welcome to say anything. We also have the chat. Anybody have any questions? All right. Any concerns? Any interest? Okay, because sometimes here it is. I do have people who feel like they just want to have a long conversation about what they think. And I know that there was a gentleman today I also spoke with, and he had a concern about kite society. And I was like, well, listen, we have to get, I'm like, I feel you, but honey, if you ain't doing the proper work, how are we going to get them things done? Like I said before, some people be going on and on with themselves, like me. Okay, but we know that here it is, there's things to do. So I had invited him to, I invited him to join us at the Superior Court. And I don't know, he didn't respond, but he does have the information. All right, people. That's funny, huh? Mm-hmm.
Deux enfants d'Ounia, raconte-nous tes histoires. Mais veux pas mon enfant, il dort avec un verre à l'eau sucrée. Nous la pouvons manger à soir, mais ça va rôder. La case, mon maman d'Ounia, n'a toujours un gazon. Ça comme nana, n'a pour gâter, ça la pointe du tout. Ça comme nana, n'a pour gâter, je ne vois pas ça que la pointe. Nana, pour gâter, ça la pointe du tout. Nana, pour gâter, je ne vois pas ça que la pointe. J'audis ton anniversaire, Tonia, nous les donne malisés. Même en l'an 2000, Tonia, mais voilà ton Dieu. Crois pas mal à oublier, Tonia, malagir devant bon Dieu. Que m'a fait toujours ton bonheur, j'audis mal est dépassé. Nana, pour gâter, ça la pointe du tout. Nana, pour gâter, je ne vois pas ça que la pointe. Nana, pour gâter, ça la pointe du tout. Nana, pour gâter, je ne vois pas ça que la pointe. La 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 la. La 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 la. Retourne là-bas, vois monsieur Tonnerre, même s'il a fine de moi, la fille rien pour moi. Mais ça va dire monsieur, fais bec à moi clé, pour moi gagner un petit monnaie, pour acheter manger. Ça nana, pour gâter, ça la la média moins, quand la pointe.
Mon mari, mon mari, mon mari, mon petit bouquet d'anois. Mon arrivé, mon madame, mon arrivé à deux. Mon arrivé, mon madame, mon petit marié.